Welcome to another quick unboxing review. As a kid, I was the biggest Brutus the Barber Beefcake fan and hated every gimmick thereafter. Although the Booty Man had something special to admire, a few years ago I unboxed and reviewed the Zodiac, one of the stupidest gimmicks he or anyone could have portrayed, and I wondered why not make the Disciple, which was Ed Leslie's last good gimmick. This is the only reason I collected the Monday Night Wars Series 3, to finally have a Disciple action figure to go along with my Ultimate Elite Hollywood Hogan. All I ever found was The Rock. So finally, I just bought RVD and the rest of the Disciple Build-A-Figure pieces on eBay. So after months, 8 to be exact, I can finally have a Disciple action figure. I'd be more excited if Ed Leslie wasn't such a cringy disappointment, giving so much truth to the statement, never meet your heroes. You might be asking, why would I even go through all that trouble hearing what I just said? Well, simply, he was my very favorite wrestler as a kid. Through ups and downs, new names, and or new gimmicks, young me was always rooting for the guy, and as a toy collector, that's what I chase after, that feeling of joyful naivete. Quick summary of the Disciple.
When you step into the ring with me, you are gonna find out what it's like when I put the apocalypse and drop you.
After decades of carrying Hogan's bags, the Booty Man carried Hogan's birthday cake to the ring as Hogan and the Outsiders celebrated Hogan's championship win over the Giant. Then the Booty Man got his booty kicked by the Outsiders and his best friend.
That is business, brother, and that was my best friend.
Nearly 2 years later, a mystery guy showed up in the ring during an nWo beatdown.
Who's this in the ring?
And stood there very awkwardly, doing nothing. Yeah, that was his introduction. But he did look badass and even stole Stone Cold's finishing move.
Dump him right there. Dump him.
And no one knew who he was until Roddy Piper spilled the beans. All was great in the world of Ed Leslie gimmicks, with one of the sweetest gigs. Wrestling every blue moon, holding the big gold belt for Hogan, and looking like a tough guy. Until he got kidnapped and brainwashed by the Warrior.
We haven't seen the Disciple since last Monday, when the Warrior grabbed him and disappeared.
But let's not talk about that. Let's take a look at the pieces. Here's the head that came with RVD. Here are the legs that came with The Rock. And here is the pieces I got off eBay, the torso that came with Booker T, and the arms and hands that came with Stevie Ray. Let's take these out and let's look at them individually. Let's take a look at the arms. They look like arms, but they look actually pretty good, especially because of that tattoo. The detail is really good. That's what I like. Once Mattel starts putting focus on those small little details, that's what makes and elevates regular looking arms into those are badass arms. And then he also comes with 2 fists. Now let's take a look at the torso. And once again, small little details make simple things just so much better. Take a look at the details on the vest. You can tell there's pockets. Look at this, the sides right here. And then, of course, boom. And even details back here. This is all badass. Take it off. Nothing really on the back. Nothing really inside. Now let's take a look at the legs. Once again, it's all in the details. Like these legs, they've probably been used before for somebody wearing slacks. But look at all that detail. This was specifically made for the Disciple. This looks amazing. And even the detail on the sides, I never really knew what this was. You couldn't really clearly tell on the Disciple. The boots. Oh, look at that. And it's got side to side articulation on both of them. And now the head, which also came with the sunglasses. They look like new sculpts. They don't look like your regular sculpt. Doesn't look like Hogan's. These sunglasses might be specifically made for the Disciple. And take a look at that. That looks really, really good. I was really disappointed in the Mattel Brutus Beefcake action figures because I don't think the faces really look too much like Ed Leslie. But this, and when he was so unrecognizable as the Disciple, this looks so much more like Ed Leslie. Oh, I thought the little bandana there was removable, but it's painted on. That looks so cool. It's got all these little different splashes of color, although it looks a little too patchy on this side, and really nicely filled in right there. That's the only knock I can give these pieces. And just like a Megazord, I'm gonna combine all the pieces. And now that he's all put together, let's take a quick look at the redeemable code. Go ahead and take it. It's for the 2K24 WWE game. And now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at the Disciple all the way around. Yes, all those details came in very nicely because he looks awesome. Unfortunately, as I was trying to do all that stop motion, I saw many setbacks on this action figure. For one, let's start off at the head, and it's the sunglasses. They don't stay in place. Keep trying to push them in, and they keep popping out. Now they stay in place. The head does have slots on each side above his ear to put those sunglasses in. I don't know what it is. It's probably not deep enough because then they just pop back out. Tried opening up the hairline a little bit more. I think I might have to cut the tips of those sunglasses. You might have noticed that I had him standing with his legs apart. That's because his right leg is longer than his left leg. So when I have him stand, he leans to one side. Now this is how he should be standing, but his left leg is too short. And the other thing that sucks is his right leg is very stuck. Trying to get him to sit is impossible. This leg is fine. This one feels like it's gonna break, so I left it alone. And that's when I realized that his right leg is a little too long. It also doesn't want to go back all the way. I honestly feel like breaking this thing. Look, for the price, this is pretty frustrating for this figure to end up doing this. I know it's a collect and connect figure or build a figure.
You are gonna find out.
But that really sucks because all the anticipation, all the wait, all the money to finally get this guy and build him together, and he's not right.
And drop you!
So I'm just gonna go straight into my final thoughts. Yes, all the detail is amazing and it's wonderful, but then the posability is off because one of his legs is too long. The sunglasses won't stay in place. Oh wow, they even popped right out of there. So this was a big disappointment. The concept to me is an A+, but the delivery is a C+ to a B-, because come on, how can you mess it up? This is what you're working to collect and you just bomb it. That really sucks. Does he look great next to Hollywood Hogan? Of course. Is he gonna look great with the rest of your nWo collection? Yes. But then you have to hide certain things or modify certain things, and that sucks. That's not what you're paying for. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and maybe you can miss out on this one. Till next time. I really do hope you enjoyed this, and I really appreciate your support. Don't send me any money. I don't have any Patreon. So if you could, please just hit that like, hit that subscribe, and maybe share. If you can check out, maybe click this video, or maybe even click whatever that is right here. What is that? How did it get here? Bye.